This base is well hidden.
Yes. Well, the Empire's presence has grown these past years. They are much too strong to fight directly, but we do what we can. It is critical, of course, that our work remains secret.
What work exactly?
Better to ask Seer yourself. Meanwhile, Merrin and I will greet our new arrivals. So, how was the desert?
Cold, stormy, and too many Imperials.
Not my preferred weather forecast. But more common by the day. Where did you weather the storm?
A cave past the old market. Our Spammel friend showed us the way.
You've a habit for making new friends wherever you go.
A survival instinct, perhaps.
I intercepted some Imperial communications. Your reputation is growing.
Was there fear in their voices?
Quite a bit, yes.
Good. How are you feeling?
Better. That tea you brought me was wonderful.
Reeves must be in the kitchen. We'll meet up with him later. The lift isn't here.
Just keep trying. It's not like Brother Armai is to break contact. Cal Kestis. Welcome to Jedi. I knew the storm wouldn't deter you.
You're rebuilding the Temple archives.
We're trying. As long as this knowledge remains, the legacy of the Jedi survives.
It's incredible. But something tells me there's more to this than just holobooks.
Yes. We're a part of a network, known as the Hidden Path. We provide safe passage and new identities to those who have been persecuted by the Empire.
Hunted by the Empire, like Jedi survivors?
Very few of us remain. But yes, and Force sensitives, and those who help them.
Why didn't you tell me?
You never asked. Besides, I hear you've been busy making yourself the Empire's most wanted.
I wanted to prove to the galaxy that the Empire isn't invulnerable. That you can resist. That you have to fight if things are gonna get better. But then they just listen to the propaganda and they pretend they're free anyways.
You chose a hard path.
And it hasn't made a difference.
Well, while the Empire's trained its eyes on you, we've been able to build the network. Find allies. And save lives.
When you left, I thought you'd just given up. I was wrong.
Cal, you were just a child when they sent you off to war. You know, there was a time when I remember that the Jedi were more than just weapons. But we both have our roles to play in this struggle.
But that's why I'm here. Seer.
Well, you get a load of this. Hey, Seer, you can't say it ain't short on personality, but kind of creepy, though.
Well, it's good to see you two, Grease. Well, hello, BD.
Okay.
So, how was your time in the desert?
The storm covered our tracks, but the Empire destroyed one of your speeders.
It's a small price to pay for everybody's safe arrival. And who's this?
This is Bodokuna. He's a friend.
It's so nice to finally meet you.
This hunk of trouble. Hey, we're all together. Huh?
Yes. Now, what brings you all to Jeddah?
We're searching for a lost planet. Tanalorr, you ever heard of it?
It's on the other side of a deadly nebula called the Kobo Abyss.
Well, our archives are far from complete, but I'm sure Master Cordova's up to the task.
With pleasure.
The trouble is, we're not the only ones looking for this place.
I knew this was sounding too easy.
Guy's name is Dagan Gera. He was a Jedi. Now he leads a band of raiders on the Outer Rim. There's an old temple there. Dagan intends to reclaim it.
A Jedi temple out of the reach of the Empire could mean that there's information there that we don't have in the archive.
I believe I have something. Oh, you're too kind, BD. I'll start with the bad news.
Well, boy, this guy knows his audience.
I found no information related to crossing the Kobo Abyss. However, I found 2 mentions of this Dagan Gera. He had a retreat on Kobo, and records show him frequently visiting a laboratory on its moon.
Okay, we'll check him out.
If you find anything, bring it to me. I am happy to assist further.
Thank you. Both of you.
You're welcome, Cal. I hope you find what you're searching for.
May the Force be with you.
And with you.
I will escort you back to the Mantis.
So you're not joining us?
I cannot.
So where are we headed first? Back to Kobo? Or its moon?
I think we should check out the High Republic settlement first.
Yeah, let's scope it out. Dagan Gera was bound to leave something behind. Ready to roll out when you are.
Glad you didn't have to fly through that storm. So, how's it feel to be piloting the Mantis again?
Like being home.
Then why the long face?
It's been too long. My pilot instincts are all off.
I know how hard it is trying to relearn skills you put to the side.
I guess so, huh? Still, I regret ever walking away from the Mantis. Keep thinking I'm gonna slip up.
You walked away when you needed to. I know you'll pick it back up in no time.
Okay. You're a good friend, Cal. This new arm is gonna make piloting a little different. But I'll get there. I hope. Oh, hey, Seer or Master Cordova's got the answers, not me. Talk to one of them.
Cordova said he found you while he was seeking other Jedi survivors.
Yes. Hard to believe that fate brought us together once again after all this time.
Could have used that luck when we were hunting for the holocron.
I know. Luck or fate. I'm just happy my master is alive and here with us.
Yeah.
And determined as ever to tend to the Jedi legacy and resist the Empire. Have a look around the archive, Cal. We'll talk later. The archive is growing, but there is still much work to do.
I'll leave you to it.
Ah, Cal. I was hoping we could speak about something. There is a site, quite an ancient one at that, in the northern desert. I visited it during my early days on Jeddah, before the Empire's presence grew.
What kind of site?
One built by those who revered Force users. We know little about them, but I found the experience quite fascinating. Perhaps you will too.
We'll check it out.
You know, I never thought you'd end up as a
Cal, my
librarian.
friend, have you made the acquaintance of Sister Task?
Don't think I have.
You ought to introduce yourself. She's our chief archivist, and though I doubt she'd admit it, she seems eager to meet you.
I'll stop by.
Very good. Just remember to mind your manners. She's Narcus, through and through.
No, I am done with gambling. Done with it. Forever.
Well, I'm proud of you, Grease.
I'll can it before you make me blush.
Have you explored any of the ruins on Jeddah?
I have. Quite fascinating. Though my research was cut short due to the growing Imperial presence. Now it's too risky to venture outside, and we send communications only when absolutely necessary. That is why I could not tell you that I returned, my friend. My sincerest apologies.
We're just glad you're okay. Holding up okay?
Please, let me know how your field research expedition goes, my friends.
I suppose you have both studied Oisin's lemma.
Yes, sister.
Indeed, sister.
Then perhaps you will explain to me the paradox of the fifth book.
Oisin explores the antinomy of enlightenment. It's a paradox about the inevitability of cycles.
Explain.
Enlightenment is defined as cycle breaking, but per the canons, to be enlightened is to suffer the cycle. The more we strive to break the cycle, the more we embody it. But in accepting it, we become enlightened, thereby breaking the cycle.
I think the meaning is clear.
Let's be careful with this. Don't think we can slice that. Great find.
It's so good to see you, Merrin. What brings you to Jeddah?
I came across a group during my travels. Their goal is to hide Force sensitives from the Empire. Have you ever heard of the Hidden Path?
You're the traveler. Have you found any systems outside the Empire's reach?
Not that I have come across.
There are countless ruins scattered across the high desert. One of them could be a perfect safe house for the path.
The way is sealed, Outlander. I'm sorry, Jedi. The gate must remain closed. Imperial patrols have been spotted in the region.
I understand.
The patrols should pass soon. When they do, you'll be free to come and go as you please.
Old Aerotech speeder bikes. Never got to ride one.
Report, sister.
We spotted 2 more patrols on the ridge.
What was their heading?
Back south. They narrowly missed one of our wayhouse caches.
The sandstorm has favored us. It likely obscured any signs of passage. Mark the horizon. Contact me if they double back.
Yes, brother.
Hail, Jedi Knight. I am called Sister Task.
I'm Cal.
Word of your arrival has spread quickly, Noble One. Master Junda holds you in high esteem.
Seer and I have been through a lot together.
Jeddah is brimming with lost artifacts related to your order, among other traditions. Should you happen upon any scrolls or other objects of interest, I would gladly exchange some of the treasures I've unearthed for them.
I'll let you know if I find anything.
We are in your debt, Noble One. Seer tells me you were trained in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant.
Up until I became Master Tapal's Padawan. Then we went off to serve in the Clone Wars.
Do you think of your life on Coruscant much?
Sometimes, it's like a dream.
And yet it is not.
That life. And it's so long ago. So much has happened since then. Most days it feels like it happened to someone else.
I think I understand, a little. Thank you. It was not my intention to bring up bad memories.
It's okay, sister. I meant to ask.
You are curious to learn more about the masked hermits helping your mentor, hmm?
I am.
We are the Narcus Anchorites. We study and venerate the Force as it manifests through knowledge.
You're scholars?
We gather knowledge, much like other scholars, yes. But our labor is driven by the belief that knowledge expresses universal truth. Through wisdom, we seek to perceive the formless pattern of the Force. Do you understand?
I understand describing the Force as a formless pattern, although that isn't my perception of it.
Indeed. Nor do we experience the Force as you do, Noble One. I hold many curios for you, Outlander.
This'll be useful.
That was fated for you. That would naturally attract you.
Okay, let's go.
So I understand you've been trying to fight the Empire on your own.
I had some help from a few friends.
And where are they now?
Gone.
I see. Well, you're nothing if not brave, Cal. And from what Seer tells me, willing to put your life on the line for those you love. Just remember, the Empire will twist our actions, however noble, to serve their aims.
I'll remember that, Master Cordova. How did you and the Anchorites end up building this archive?
Well, we began our work in the holy city of Nijeda, preserving whatever we could find of the Jedi tradition.
Sounds like a dangerous place to collect outlawed teachings.
Too dangerous. After one too many close calls with the Empire, I convinced the Narkis to relocate here. We found this abandoned monastery. And set about building everything you see.
I can't believe you did all this in only a couple of years.
Well, it's been hard work, but once I understood my calling, I had to answer it.
That you did. It hurt when you left. Felt like you quit on us in the middle of a fight.
I know.
But you were trying to restore the Order. Rebuild what was lost. The fight was never your goal.
Are you so sure it's yours? There is much for us all to do.
Not now, kid. Shake a leg.
Let's stop. Hey, buddy. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Hey, buddy. Oh, hey. How's it going, BD? You doing okay, buddy?
Hey, Cal, hold on. I've had this since I started freelancing. It's gotten me out of some bad situations, and I figured it might do the same for you. It's Marin, right? Well, I could get another one if you think you might want to.
No need. Both.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
My master always frowned upon using blasters.
You once said it wasn't the weapon that makes you a Jedi.
It's us against the galaxy, Cal. We've got to use every advantage we can find against the Empire.
Thanks, Bode.
Now, I'll show you how to use it.
A real stormtrooper won't stay still.
Gotta start somewhere. There you go.
Not bad, Jedi.
Oh, how long have you been working for me?
I do not work for
Concentrate?
Impressive.
I think you got it, Cal.
I guess the lift doesn't work from here.
This is a smart operation Sears put together.
Why do you say that?
All this rock? Natural shielding against sensors.
Yeah, and if anyone makes it past all that, the anchorites have plenty of holobooks to throw at them.
Yeah, you can see how Sears managed to evade the Empire for so long. She makes her own luck, keeping so much of her power held back to achieve a larger goal.
Yeah. There's definitely more to her than meets the eye.
You two have that in common. Another time, Cal.
It's nice seeing you again, Merrin.
You too, Cal. Good luck. Perhaps I will still be here when you return.
Hope so. I can't believe Master Cordova is really here. All that time following in his footsteps.
I have enjoyed getting to know him. I've never met a Jedi with a better sense of humor.
You've only met me and Seer.
That's right. Jedi and Night Sister, together again.
I'll keep things ticking here.
How has it been spending time with Master Cordova?
An unexpected blessing. Though I have some competition.
What do you mean?
My anchorites have taken to following him around. doting on him, bringing him tokens of respect.
Interesting. So maybe I should be talking to him.
By all means. I'm sure he has much to teach you. You're free to explore the archive.
I've got so many questions, Master Cordova. I don't know where to start.
With your first, young master.
Tell me about the Order in your day, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, Qui-Gon Jinn and I enjoyed a close friendship.
I've heard stories about Master Qui-Gon. You knew him?
That's right. When I first arrived on Coruscant, he was kind enough to show me around.
You as a youngling, with Master Qui-Gon as your tour guide.
It was his home, after all. I can't bring myself to go back there. There are too many memories.
We understand. I need to clear my mind. All right, let's go.
Good luck.
This reminds me of old times.
Let's talk in a bit, yeah?
I'm hesitant to ask, but how... No, never mind.
How is my relationship with the Force?
Yeah, that's right.
I wish I could tell you that the dark side is in the past for me. The truth is that I'm still struggling. Every day brings its own test. But when I feel weak, I can think of you and Trilla and remember, I still have the choice to do better. And that gives me strength. So, I like to think I'm doing better than ever.
I'm happy to hear that, Seer. Seems like these last years have been good to you.
Later, Cal. There's much to do.
Did you know Master Yaddle?
I did?
Grease asked Seer about her once. I think he had a crush.
Master Yaddle was strong-willed, a strange sense of humor. I enjoyed her company immensely.
My master was her Padawan. He said she trained harder than anyone he knew, which was really something if you knew Jaro Tapal.
worry about things here, Cal.
Cal?
I wonder where we should go next.
Bound for Kobo. Maybe those anchorites aren't so bad after all.
Didn't you call them weirdos?
That was before Seer told me they're helping those poor refugees hide from the Empire.
That right?
Yeah, working with the group called the Hidden Path. Real hush-hush stuff, so keep it in the family.
Understood.
It was nice to see everyone again.
Yeah, it really was. So, Cordova thinks we'll find out how to cross the Abyss by tracking down Dagon's old haunts?
That's right. You ever been there?
Once. Used to be a settlement. Now it's just a bunch of crumbling stone spires and creepy ruins. Come here, Cal. Trip's almost over.
Where should we go next?
Watch yourself around the stone spires, Cal.
What'd you hear?
Apparently the Raider base isn't too far from there.
Thanks for the warning.
Keep an eye out for the Empire.
I'll be here, Cal.
Master Cordova's research shows an abandoned settlement past the east side of the valley. Let's go check it out.
Come on in, grab a spot at the bar.
Seeing these battle droids about takes one back, doesn't it?
Maybe a bit.
Oh, the Clone Wars. Those were the good years.
I've never heard anyone say that before, Moran.
Oh, sure. A separatist secession backed by tax-loathing free marketeers begins. Just as I'm establishing a profitable extrajudicial shipping operation. They paired like wine and flatcakes.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Apologies, I'm being insensitive. You probably fought in the Clone Wars as a child soldier, right?
No, not exactly.
Well, I suppose it's all over now, one way or another. Talk later, hmm?
You know anything about the High Republic settlement off towards the swamps?
Well, of course. The whole area was devastated when the moon fell on it. You're heading there, aren't you?
Yeah. Need some information from the ruins.
Well, what's your step? Rockfall is a big problem. Unless increasing your friction coefficient is another one of your talents. That was a physics joke.
Okay. Thanks for the warning.
Oh, local legend holds that those ruins are chock full of ghosts. Of course, I would not believe in that kind of thing. But you tell me if you saw one, yeah?
You bet. A lot of prospectors around here. Have you ever tried your hand at mining priorite?
Once. I found it enlightening. Some prospectors invited me to join them on an expedition. We descended to the mines, but when my back was turned, they fled.
They ditched you?
Yes. Alone, I calmly walked through the darkness, trusting my intuition. I found another exit.
And the prospectors?
Dead. Gorako attack. If I had chased them, I would have perished too. Let this be a lesson. Always go your own way. Sojourner, you smell of smoke and sand.
I should take another shower then. Talk to you later, Two-Locked. Barkeep.
What can I do for you?
Ever pick up any good tips from bartending?
For starters, every client has a tell.
What's my tell?
Well, if I told you, it wouldn't be a tell.
Fine. So what's your tell?
My incurable honesty. Hey, sport, can't chat now. Keeping an eye on those two treasure hunters who just showed up. Remember to relax every now and then, will you? Too much tension in the coils is bad for the joints, if you catch my drift.
It was good to see you.
You're back.
Perceptive.
Also not as dumb as I first thought.
Thanks.
Go on now. I'm busy.
Private table.
All right, then.
Whoa, easy, Grok. Sorry about my friend here. He's just a little guarded.
Yeah, I get it.
Name's Dana. You might say my partner and I have a talent for turning opportunity into profit.
I'm Cal. This is BD.
Noisy little thing.
We're thinking of heading to Dredger Gorge. Ever been?
Once or twice. I'd be careful out there. That's gang turf.
Gang turf?
Grok! I'm sure it ain't that bad.
The hell I'm risking my neck on gang turf.
Hey, it was great meeting you, Cal. Got some business to discuss with my old pal here.
Come on, BD. So how'd you two meet anyway?
All started with this merc crew I joined. Grok had been recruited a few months earlier.
On account of my good looks.
That's right. And me on account of being the smoothest thing since hot blubber. Anyways, things were good until our outfit tried to pull one over on the Empire. So
We took off and started our own thing. The rest of the outfit ended up dead or imprisoned.
What the car, Grok? I was telling it.
Kid doesn't need our whole life story.
Point is, Grok and I realized that we're better off just the two of us.
We know the feeling.
How you doing?
See you when I see you.
Hey, got a sec? Looks like I've met your whole crew, Cal. The old crew, that is. Seemed like there was some tension between you and Seer, huh?
It's always a little strange seeing someone after being apart for years.
Don't have too many people like that in my life. But that probably says more about me than you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's just me and Kata. And that's about as much as I can handle these days. The more people in your life, the more you can lose. You know? When Kobo's moon was shattered, the Republic settlement collapsed, leaving those spires. That place isn't just an old ruin. It's a tomb. Don't forget about that shattered moon. Cordova seems to think it was important.
Good call.
Might just be Grease's stew talking, but this place is beginning to grow on me.
Know anything about the High Republic residences on Kobo?
Oh, when I first got here, I did a little exploring of my own. I went into a place, and then I heard creepy voices, and I got out of there in a hurry.
I'll let you know if I hear any voices, Grease.
Wise guys. Not now, Cal. I'm pretty sure Monk reorganized my entire spice rack. But I don't know exactly what he changed. But I don't hate it. Huh. Could he actually know what he's doing? After being back on the Manus, this saloon is looking filthy by comparison. Maybe some cleaning will help.
Cal, how good to see you.
You too, Z.
Should you find any data discs from my day, I'd be happy to decrypt them for you. I imagine there are many that remain lost on Kobo.
We'll let you know if we do.
Oh, Cal, it's delightful to see you fully intact.
Holding up okay?
Fine, thanks. It's not the first time this frontier has been terrorized by marauders, you know. But once more, the noble Jedi Knights rise to the occasion.
I appreciate the thought, Z, but we should watch the whole Noble Knight stuff.
Yes, of course. Good luck tracking down those leads, and please, do let me know if you find anything. Does this meet your approval? Good to see you, young Jedi.
Cal, I've got a question for an accomplished warrior like yourself. Say your enemies are closing in fast, with blasters drawn and murder in their eyes.
Okay.
What do you do?
I focus on the moment and trust my training. Overthinking what will happen can make you freeze up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the most important thing is to know what you're fighting for.
My life?
And that's a start.
I wish I could be a fearless warrior like you. But I can't, so I'm glad you're around.
Hey, Zig. What's going on?
Enjoying the view. Not often we get this much of a crowd at Pyloon's. Great to see you.
We're off to a pretty good start here, buddy. Let's sow some new seeds. All set.
Hey, Cal. Good to see you.
Cal! You know, know this saloon always brightens up when you walk in.
That's a new one. Didn't think you went for friendly hellos.
I'll have you know that in my heyday, I was known for smooth-talking my way into all sorts of business partnerships.
Tactful negotiation? Doesn't sound like your style.
Well, my friend, then you're laboring under a narrow definition of tactful. Diplomacy isn't about minding your manners. It's about understanding someone's values, their culture, their beliefs. How can you sell someone a food scent if you don't understand their mealtime traditions?
So you can be pleasant, when there's profit to be made.
Which is why, on this blasted world, I just don't bother. Talk later,
This place is starting to fill up, Cal. Guess the word is out.
It's looking pretty good.
Seeing this place start to get its legs feels like the start of something historic. What if, centuries from now, there's a city here? Even Eldera was just a lumber colony once.
Doma better start investing in urban planning.
True. Turgle told me he named a road after his foot. Some other time, okay?
So you're a fortune teller?
Not exactly, though prospectors do ask me to read the planet's fortune from time to time.
They want you to tell them where to mine, right?
Exactly. But my gift is not so precise as to provide specific locations. What I see, I share. It is up to them to interpret my visions as they see fit. Now is not the time to speak.
You ever leave this booth?
Thinking about it. Wouldn't hold your breath, though.
Hey, we're thinking of plugging fresh energy cores into the dams at Dredger Gorge. See if we can get them working again.
Not a bad idea. Where'd you learn to do that?
Old friend of ours. Top-notch engineer. Had a winning smile, too.
That he did.
Good friend to have around.
You'd think. But the guy shorted us on our cut after a big take. So, Grok may have left an anonymous tip with the authorities.
Yeah.
Pretty harsh for someone who shorted you on a few credits.
He tried to put his thumb in our slice of the pie. And our cut, that's non-negotiable.
There's some folks don't deserve a second chance. Especially not the greedy ones.
I'll keep that in mind.
Seems like the raider problem here is getting worse on the daily.
They've got a new leader. No surprise they're getting bolder.
Well, I guess that's why they call it hazard pay. Not much to be done, is there?
Talk like that's gonna get us both killed.
Oh, yeah? Well, let's get his take. What do you propose we do, Cal?
You should avoid the raiders. Scrapping is dangerous, but they're worse.
Kid's right, Dana. No more jobs on gang turf. Too risky with them raiders.
Ha! I ain't gonna be intimidated by a few goons with attitude. This is just what we scrappers do. We grab anything that looks valuable.
And hope it isn't load-bearing. Yeah, I get it. But you're underestimating the raiders.
Due respect, we've made it this far. And there's no way I'm quitting.
We're?
Right. No way we're quitting now. Come back later, yeah?
Tanalor. You know much about it?
Only what I've seen in visions.
Right. Totally normal answer. How's it look in those visions?
Beautiful. It's a paradise. A haven. Not just somewhere to hide, but somewhere to live.
Well, I like the sound of that.
I think we can do a lot of good there, too.
Let's focus on getting ourselves there first. Everything else can come later.
You're right.
This is the first time for everything. Cal?
The Bedlam Raiders have been awfully quiet, striking up much less trouble than usual. That's a good news.
And the bad news?
Rumor has it they're lining up behind a new leader. Know anything about that?
Dagan Gera. Rava serves them.
Huh. Figures. Cubba just can't catch a break. Watch yourself out there.
You do the same, Mosey.
I know things are pretty tough right now, but think about the old days. Remember that scrape on Dathomir, Kashyyyk?
That was a close call, and now it's even more dangerous.
I wonder what it'll be like on the other side of all this, you know? Assuming we live through it. I need a little grease time.
What skills do you need to be a good bartender?
Oh, the usual. Multitasking, a good memory, the gift of the gab, not to mention the mixology itself. You see, the better the drinks, the happier the clientele, which means, of course, the more they talk. And the more they talk, the more I learn about what makes them tick.
Sounds a little...
manipulative, I suppose. But I'm only picking up what they're freely putting down.
Barkeep.
You look tired. Take a load off.
It was good to see you.
You know, we solder on some better converters, and we could double the price. That's over 1,000 credits, all for one job. Eh? That's what you say to creds? You got some stash I don't know about? Didn't think so. 1,000 split 2 ways, right down the middle. You can't turn that down.
Well...
Well?
You really think 1,000?
Haha, I knew it. I knew you'd grow some sense. At least 1,000. And that's just the beginning, old man. Haha.
Cal, I hope I'm not intruding, but what happened to your Jedi Master?
He died during the Purge. Gave his life so I could escape. I can still hear his last words. Trust only in the Force.
Oh, Cal, I am so very sorry.
It was a long time ago.
2 centuries later, and Master Kree's last directive still rattles my memory banks.
We'll never forget. But that's how they're still with us.
I think you're right about that. May the Force be with you, Cal.
Tempting. How'd you get mixed up with the Bedlam Raiders?
Well, I had a drink from Muck. Then another, then another, then another, then... Right. I stumbled outside and sort of confused one of the big raiders with a dewback.
Don't tell me you try to mount him.
Okay. But if I don't, that's the end of the story.
I can see why the Raiders try to kill you.
Oh, they've got plenty of reasons. Hi, Cal.
Hey there.
Not bad. I've seen worse rooftop gardens.